And hello, you incredible friends. Edward's here and Steph Gobraiel. How are you today, Steph Gobraiel?
I'm good. How are you, Ed?
Well, you know what's funny? I'm okay today, but I'm not my usual self. About 12 o'clock hit and my energy just plummeted. So I don't know what happened. I just lost. It's just one of those few days where I don't feel quite with it, Steph. Do you know what I mean by these sort of days?
Absolutely. We all have those days, right, Ed? We can't have this full drive energy every
Yeah,
single day.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
okay. That's okay,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I honestly think I pushed myself a little bit too hard, and my body is just saying, my body and mind is saying "f you" to me right now. That's what I think's actually going on.
Yep. And you just got to listen. That's essentially it.
Yeah, and I thought this paves the way perfectly for our topic because today I really don't feel in the zone and I feel out of it. And today we're talking about goal setting. So what a perfect topic to help me explore my own contradictions. So I just want to say a big thank you. If you just tuned in, like, share, and comment. We love Steph Gobraiel and connect with me as well on LinkedIn. Steph, tell us all about goal setting. You're quite the goal setting expert. I'd love to hear what you think.
So I think, Ed, you've just got to give yourself the time, first of
Yeah,
all, before anything, right? And you've got to respect that time in order to create the goals that you want and break them down. And break them down so they're realistic, they're measurable, and that you can achieve the smaller things in order to reach that goal. If you're just
totally.
gonna, yeah.
Totally. I'm totally with you because I think where I see a lot, I made this mistake too, where I see a lot of people go wrong is they say, I want to sign up a few new clients a week or I have this big goal in my business, or this big objective, I should say, but they don't actually have any process around it. It's like, I want to grow my business and be really successful. Well, that's delightful, right? It's a very nice idea, but what's the actual substance around it? I think you're right. I think the thing about goal setting is taking your ideas and your objectives and breaking them down into daily bite-sized parts. Help us explore that a bit more, amazing Steph.
Yep. So you mentioned, Ed, the what, and now it's the how you're going to do it. So that's, a good way of looking at it. So knowing the what you want to achieve, and then how are you going to do that? And you do that by breaking it down. But you've also got to commit to whatever time it's going to take in a day or in a week or in a fortnight in order to reach that goal.
Yeah, totally. So I want to ask you for a demo, right? Can you give us a demo on how we break down a goal into daily actions? So that's a bit that really interests me. What I find interesting about the whole goal thing, yeah, I get it. You write all your goals on a bit of paper. Woohoo, that's delightful. The bit that I like is how we break it down to daily actions. Help us unpack that one more, Steph.
Well, whatever you want to achieve, you've got to keep breaking it down, right? So if you, for example, want to achieve something in a quarter, okay, you can break it down into 3 months first, and then you can break it down into either weekly or fortnightly if you don't want to do daily, because that's quite high achieving stuff, Ed. So
Oh,
if
is that?
people are
Do
just
you think?
starting out, if
Ah, I
peop
gotcha.
if people are starting out, right, the place to start I know where you're gonna go with that one, but
That's all
if you're
right. Oh, shut
starting
up.
out yeah.
I'll get some tape on my mouth. There we go. Got some tape.
But if you're starting out, you wanna break it up into 3 months, and then you break it up again into 4 weeks, right? And then if you're really determined, you can break it down even further into daily if you don't wanna do weekly or fortnightly.
Oh, I love it. Now you could see me just trying. I was just jumping to like. I just had to interrupt you, which I shouldn't do. I'm sorry for interrupting you. That's bad, and I'm wrong, and I'm sorry. Right? And if you just tune in, by the way, all our fans around the world, like, share, comment, say hello. We love you. It's funny actually because to me, I'm maybe this is my own high achievement projection, but to me, I'm very bar humbug on this monthly. I'm like daily. I'm daily goals, right? So, for example, this is quite an off day for me, but I've still reached out to at least 100 people on LinkedIn already.
So that's a pretty good off day though, Ed,
Yeah.
right? But if you consider the numbers you're doing on every other day, I'm sure they would have counteracted for today anyway.
Yes. And that's a good point. I think you're right. when we're feeling in the zone, we need to do more to make up for the days where we're not feeling in the zone. I think that's extremely valid thinking, Steph.
Exactly. And by doing that, you're removing the overwhelm, you're removing the pressure, and you're removing this like sense of not accomplishing something as well.
Yes.
So I think it really does come back to, what is it that you can do and commit to and respect that time. The same
Mm.
way we respect clients' time, we have to respect our time for our business.
Mm.
That's really important. People always go, "Oh, but clients are paying the bills." Yeah, but this is for something that could, potentially build that pipeline down the track for your business. So you're still losing money there if you're not going to respect your time and sit down and do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah. And likewise, I get it. Let's say you got to do 4 hours of client work in a day, right? That's awesome. Do your 4 hours of client work. But
Yep.
I'm sure there's another hour or two you could spend in the day doing your sales and marketing. There's no problem with that one. And it's now, this brings to the next question. We've all had off days. I'm feeling very just sleepy today, just sleepy. I'm only about 50% of standard issue, Ed, which I don't like, but it is what it is, right? I think I just broke myself a little bit. I probably need some more coffee, lol. For those days that we don't feel like it, what are your big tips and advice to work through those days where we just don't feel like we're at our peak performance and efficiency?
I think you need to look after yourself in the process as well, Ed. So when you don't feel like it, and I know this,
Mm.
this wouldn't work for you. But I think it's okay to say, you know what, I'm just going to either take it easy today or get done whatever really needs to get done, and the rest can wait till tomorrow because there's always tomorrow. And if your body is telling you to slow down, then you need to slow down because if you don't, Ed, you know what's going to happen. Your body's going to make you slow down. So you've got the
No.
option at the moment, right?
Yeah, so I'm doing my best to keep my fat mouth shut, and I'm gritting my teeth with probably seething rage and anger at what you're saying. But even though I am showing signs of seething rage and anger, you are correct. I actually think you're right. I don't like it, but I think you're completely correct. And I think a criticism I make of myself, and this is a very Ed behavior, is and I have this running joke, right? I always say, see, I'm doing the whole 20,000 steps a day thing to Lassie, right?
Yep.
Let's say I'm at 19,000 steps and I don't feel like doing 20,000 steps. I'll make myself do 23,000 steps just as a joke, right? So I'll always take, I don't feel like doing 10 push ups. Maybe I should do 30. How does that sound? So I suppose I have this way of just pushing myself way beyond it. But I think you're right because I think this is the sort of, in a way, the contradiction here that we're all showing, right? Because it's all right to run around and talk about goal setting, but what if you're tired? What if you're getting sick? What if you got some legitimate problems? And you are right. That's when you do have to slow down and compensate for that. So, whilst I don't like just because I don't like what you're saying, it doesn't mean you're incorrect. I actually think you're very correct. I just don't like it.
And that's fine. And everyone's got entitled to an opinion, but I'm also
Yeah.
talking from personal experience as well,
Yeah.
Ed. So I think we've all been there when, our
Yeah.
body's trying to tell us to slow down and we
Yes.
don't, and then it forces us to
Yeah.
slow down.
Oh, you,
So
you get the flu, you get a cold, you get injured, right?
exactly.
And I think you're absolutely spot on. This makes the earlier point that we brought up as well. And a big hello to Mariama. Mariama, great seeing you. We love you. If you just come in, like, share, comment, connect with Steph and I on LinkedIn. I am staying locally today. When I Zoom with Steph, we've got a beautiful part near where I live, this beautiful oval in the middle of the
Very
shops.
nice.
And it's a perfect place to wander up and you've also got a 5G tower just right there. So it's a perfect place to wander up and down and do LinkedIn Lives. I've decided. There we go. So phone signal right there. You can't go wrong. But
Perfect.
no, I think you're totally right. I think that it's great to slow down and it's good for us on the on the days where we're feeling better. It's good to get ahead as much as you can. I think it's a very, very, very valid thing to do.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I think, Ed, we need to mention that goals should be personal as well, not just business
Mm,
related, right? Because when we look after ourselves, that's when we
mm.
can, give energy to our families, to our business, to our clients, and to everyone else. So it's not just about the business goals, it's about the personal goals as well.
Yes. Yeah, so give us some examples of personal goals. So I got the business goals like, make X, reach out to X number of people, post number of times every day, do X number of hours of client work, whatever the business structure is. What are some top personal goals that you'd include on that list?
Well, one could be like what you're doing right now, Ed. You're trying to get in 20,000 steps a day. Right? That's a
Exactly.
great goal. That's a great personal goal because
It
that's
is.
for you, right? That's not for your
Yeah.
business, it's for you.
Yes.
Another one could be, going, doing an activity or an exercise that you enjoy doing once a week. I'm trying to get back into boxing and I did it on Sunday. And my aim, to be realistic, is to try doing it once a week.
Oh, who'd you
Um,
beat up?
just the bag, just the bag.
Oh, that's pretty boring. I was hoping you beat up someone. Let us know when you beat someone up. That'll be
The
cool.
the funny thing, Ed, is no one came near me when I was on the bag. So I
Oh,
had a good square meterage around me that just, yeah, people were joining in. So it was a great
but,
session. I was hurting for 2 days, 2 days after it, 2 full
so
days.
So did you put all the faces of all the bullies in your life and all the bad ex-clients in that bag, and you were just rah, and you're just unleashing the Wolverine style rage, were you?
Absolutely, the Arab rage. Absolutely,
The
Ed.
Arab rage. Got to be careful what we say on LinkedIn there.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
going there, but I thought I'm not going to say that. Not with the stuff that's happening. Well, I thought, oh, we'll leave that one alone for this time.
Yeah.
There we go. But
Just with
but
my
I agree.
hand, right? And boxing
Yeah,
gloves. That's
yeah.
it, right?
We mean this
Peaceful, peaceful.
metaphorically, everyone. We love you. We love LinkedIn. Israel's awesome. So yeah, but that's the way that goes, right? It's I think you're spot on. And I like that. I remember that post actually. It was a Sunday night or something like that, or Sunday afternoon. You were doing the boxing. I thought that was really good because that's pretty much you getting back into physical exercise like your old days. Is that a fair remark?
Absolutely. Don't get me wrong, my dog keeps me fit. We run around a lot. Okay. So, like
Yeah.
when we go to the beach, Ed, we don't sit there and just go for a swim and that's it. We do at least 20 laps off the beach running.
Wow.
Right? So
I
she
like
does
it.
keep me fit. Yeah, which is great. It to the degree the lifeguard said to me, right, while we were running up and down the beach racing, he goes, "Are you guys going to join, the saving thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, thank you. My daughter's more than enough." But yeah, so she really keeps me fit. But this is something for me. This is like a personal,
Oof.
sort of outlet for me, just for me. So
Yeah, and I think that's it because you got to have something for you in it, and that's the thing is, we don't want to just become workaholics in our own business and lives. And because for me, the whole 20,000 steps a day thing, yeah, it's been great for my health, helped me lose weight and all that. I do 30 push-ups. So I do 30. So my personal goals, I got 20,000 steps and 30 push-ups a day. Push-ups are easy. It's just 2 minutes. But the bit that I find is since I've started the whole 20,000 steps a day thing, it's actually quite changed me a lot. It's really made me quite a different character. And it's hay fever season, isn't it? I was sneezing a lot before Steph Gobraiel.
it is. Oh, I don't like hay fever
Oh,
season, Ed.
I just realised why I feel crappy. Hay fever. Duh, there's your answer. That's why I feel off today.
Possibly,
There you
possibly.
go. There you go. You gave me a good out. That's a, I can't blame myself. I can now. Oh, that damn pollen. I can now blame the planet. So you're giving me a good out. So no, I'm now no longer responsible for feeling the way that I do. There we go. It's called externalization. There we go. No, I gotta say, I love it, Steph. I love your thoughts and thinking. Now, I just want to, if you just come in, everyone, like, share, comment, say hello, connect with Steph and I want to go back a little bit, right? Because there'll be quite a few people watching that they don't have written goals, they don't have daily numbers. I just want to go back a little bit to those who are watching that don't have written goals or daily numbers. Now, obviously, they should hire you, Steph, and dive into it. In addition to hiring you, what should they do to unlock their goals and work out their daily numbers and the rest?
I think take some time to take a step back and have a look at your business and see what you are
Mm,
doing and what you are not doing in business.
mm,
And then with that time, I think we don't give ourselves time to just review and reflect, Ed. And that's
mm,
part of my process as well. Just to take some time to review and reflect what's working and what's
mhm.
not working. And people tend to know what's working and what's not working.
Yeah,
Let's be honest, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so, you
That's
know,
true. That's true.
Exactly. So that's your starting point. You want to reflect and review, and then you want to look at, maybe the areas that aren't doing so well, and just start with one thing. It doesn't have to be everything. Just start with one thing, and how can you break it down so it is reasonable, it is measurable, it's realistic, and it's something that you can commit to doing either every single day, weekly, or fortnightly in order to reach that goal.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to say, Steph, you're in the zone. Oh,
Ed,
yeah, continue.
and then when you achieve your goal, you go
Oh,
out and celebrate, right? That's
yes.
the whole point, because no one's going to clap
Yes.
for you. Only you have to be your
Yeah.
biggest cheerleader. So you got to celebrate whatever you're achieving, right? Because there's a
Yeah.
great satisfaction in that.
Yeah. On that note, I was having this dark sin. It was a deal, actually. You know my friend Adil. Oh, you know Adil, right? Great guy, right? I was
Yeah.
having, it was quite a few months ago. We're having a very dark, funny conversation with Adil, and the upshot of the conversation was, no one cares about you at all. No one cares about you, so you may as well celebrate your own achievements. Then, if no one's going to celebrate for you, then if no one cares about you, then you're entitled to care for yourself. Isn't that a fair, you know, logic progression?
Absolutely. And it's a way of looking after yourself, Ed, as well,
Mm.
right? We're not just celebrating for the sake of celebrating, but we're saying you did this, and this is your reward. So then you will be motivated to go on to the next thing and, aim for gold.
My God. Well said, Steph, and love your work. And Steph, to our fans around the world, thank you for watching. Like, share, comment. Steph, can we get some closing thoughts from you? And tell us about what workshops and events and stuff. What has Steph got cooking up in the kitchen? What you got coming?
So
You're not
next
Italian for
Thursday,
the record, but
no,
I thought I'd just throw that on anyway.
fine,
Uh,
it's fine. So
Steph is not Italian, Sorry.
next Thursday, you can bring your pasta lunch and join me for a
Ooh.
goal setting session. I'm hosting a masterclass where we get to review, Q1 or the first quarter of the year, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll go through the motions of brainstorming, planning for this quarter, and just making sure that it is reasonable, whatever you are setting out to achieve, in order to achieve with my guidance. So that's
Oh,
next Thursday, 12
very
p.m.
nice.
Sydney time. And then in a couple of weeks' time, on the 1st of May, I have a Sydney meetup that's being hosted locally in West
Mm.
Ryde.
Ooh.
And I just did a post about that this morning. So, but feel free to PM me if you want some more information. I'd love to see you there. You get to have lunch, you get to break up your day, and you get to make some great connections. Two birds,
Oh.
one stone. Let's go, Ed.
There we go. So we publicly endorse killing birds with stones
No,
in an efficient way. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. So
it's a
we do
saying,
not.
Ed. It's a saying.
Yeah, it's a saying. So no animals were harmed in the production of this live stream. Right? It's like we're talking about being angry Arabs and killing birds with stones. It's like, whoa, we mean this metaphorically, and we just love everyone. So peace, everyone. Peace. There we go. Sorry. There we go. There you go.
What an
Crazy world
awkward
we live
way
in,
to
huh?
finish. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining us.
just so awkward. Just so awkward and socially
So off your
alienating.
game, Ed. So off your game today.
Yeah, I am. I'm like totally off my game today. But
Go home
you
and
know,
sleep.
yeah, I know, I've already done it. I need to cut some cocoa actually. But I am off my game today. But what's one thing you can give to me? What's one thing you can say? Yes, I'm off my game today. I got it. But what can you give to me? Hello, Steph.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's the? Well, I'll give you the give. At least I'm still doing stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
But we don't want to overdo it though, right, Ed? That's the thing. You've done your steps, you've done your calls, you've hit your goals. Maybe just take some time to
No.
chill now.
No. No. No.
Okay.
I
Tomorrow,
love you as a.
if you call me and say to me, Steph, I should have listened to you, I will
Yeah,
say I
I
told you so.
yeah, so I'm doing this whole macho chest beat. I'll probably wake up with like the flu or something tomorrow and have to get rushed to hospital after mouthing off to Steph and everyone on this live stream. So yeah,
Everyone heard it
maybe I
here.
should.
You heard it here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to shut my fat mouth, and because I think I'm going to get some karmic justice the way I'm going. So I'm going to listen to you, Steph. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to get myself a Coke Zero, and knock it back and go for a nice walk while watching some stuff on YouTube.
Okay. Okay, Ed.
There you go.
Sounds good.
There you go. Friends, love your work. All seriously, connect with Steph. We love you, Steph. Steph, you're just an amazing lady. I hope you understand that important fact.
Thank you, Ed. That means a lot.
Oh,
We
no.
lost him.
Yeah, got it. That's probably me. It's probably the internet picking up on my negativity, and they just cut our live stream. That's probably what happened. So there we go.
Our cue.
Um,
Our cue.
there we go.
Get it.
That's our cue to go. But no, on a serious note, I gotta say, Steph, everyone watching, Steph's amazing. If you're in Sydney, come to a ride meetup. Went to the pilot launch; it was great. And your goal setting workshop sounds very cool, Steph. Best of luck with that one.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, everyone. Have a great
Stay
day.
awesome. Love your work, everyone. Keep winning in the zone.